Hello everybody, and welcome back. And for those of you who are new here, I just want to give a big shout out and say thank you for stopping by. It means quite a lot. Now, if you know or if you don't already know, Justice League has finally popped into theaters and it's been out for a couple of days now. And with so many superhero films and comic book movies and comic book adaptations that we've been getting recently, it has gotten me thinking and questioning who I think the best superhero is. Of course, there's a lot to choose from. We have Aquaman, we have the Guardians of the Galaxy, we have Batman. But to tell you the truth, there has not been a single hero that has affected me or made me think about their character as much as Gal Gadot's interpretation of Wonder Woman. What she has brought to the table, besides the fact of her portraying a comic book character and the historical impact of what she has done means, there is so much more about her that makes Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman special. And on that note, I am going to be going into depth and talking about why I think Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman is the best superhero we have gotten so far. And if there are those of you who haven't seen Batman vs. Superman, Wonder Woman, or Justice League, I highly recommend turning the video off now. In all honesty, I know my decision of choosing Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman is my personal favorite superhero and why I think she is the best one we've gotten so far. I might get some backlash. But although Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman does share many of the same traits as Henry Cavill's Superman in that she's resilient, she's very human, she's caring, she's loving, there is one trait that she carries that I must admit is very unique to every other superhero I have seen on screen, and I personally have never seen in any comic book movie to date. And that is Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman's mother-like nature and her mother-like defensiveness and her mother-like attributes. For instance, in the film Wonder Woman, when Diana Prince is begging and pleading to her family on Themyscira that they must go out with Steve Trevor to help the rest of the human race fight against the war and help them survive. Now, I can't clarify this for everybody, but how many times have we seen our mothers, our maternal figures that care for us so deeply, whenever the rest of the world tells us we can't do something, or we're put in danger, or we're put into a situation that might cause us to fail, that might cause us to bleed, that might cause us to be in a particular place in our life that we hate? How many times have our mothers stuck their necks out for us to protect us and to bring us to safety and to help us succeed to the best of their capabilities? And let's be honest, Gal Gadot's interpretation of Wonder Woman, she has that characteristic nailed to the wall. Because although her entire family is pleading against her, does not want her to go up against this war to help defend the humans, Diana Prince, she lies, she does whatever she needs to journey with Steve Trevor so she can find Ares and eventually bring him to justice. Once again, in Wonder Woman, whether it's when Diana Prince is first introduced to humanity, or when she sees a baby, or when she tries ice cream for the first time, she is so genuine and so honest and so willing to help. Now, I realize that the facts that I just stated, some people will compare to Superman, and they are traits that Superman does share. His kindness towards humanity, his willingness to serve, his brave-heartedness. Yes, these are traits that these two characters share. I will say there is one aspect of these particular traits that Diana Prince does not share with Superman, and that is, no matter where a person comes from, Diana Prince is willing to give that person their benefit of the doubt. And even if the people she's going up against are evil, misguided, horrendous people, she is willing to give them their chance. During the whole course of Wonder Woman, we see that Diana Prince is convinced that men aren't evil. The human race doesn't do bad and evil things, that it must be Ares that is misguiding them. And even when Steve Trevor says that humanity is just, it has so many problems and it's so misguided, Wonder Woman, She doesn't believe it. She doesn't believe that humanity can be capable of such hatred. So in that, she's very motherly and very loving of the human race, and very trusting of the human race, even when they don't deserve it. Now I realize I haven't talked about the Justice League, when Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman interacts with every other member in the Justice League. Now of course we get that one line when the entire league is battling against Steppenwolf where she says that she is dealing with children. However, if we look at her reactions and the way that she deals with things, more particularly her interactions with Cyborg in Justice League, she is acting very much like a mother. So many times throughout the runtime of Justice League, Cyborg is constantly saying how he doesn't deserve to be in the league, about how he's a monster. Humanity will never be able to accept them. And Diana Prince, Wonder Woman, she just looks at him, she smiles, and she says, "You know what? You're just learning how to do this. You just got your powers. You need to take a deep breath. Take some time. I'll be here to help you along the way. But it's not your fault. You're not a monster, and you can do it." How many times have our mothers, when we feel like Cyborg, where we say we are a monster, we made a giant mistake, we can't move on, there's how on earth are we going to succeed if we screw up so badly? How many times have our mothers been there right by our sides, telling us, you know, this is just a bad beat, I can't do this for you, but you will eventually succeed. I believe in you, and you can do it. More importantly, though, one of the greatest traits about Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman, and one of the most important traits when it comes to a great mother, I guess, is their ability to forgive. In a sense, Steve Trevor was right. Humanity makes a bunch of mistakes. Humanity, the children, make a bunch of mistakes. And Bruce Wayne and every member of the Justice League certainly made their mistakes. But given each situation, Diana Prince, Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman, she was willing to forgive them, even when they either said or did things that were horrendous, that were, off color, that weren't exactly all that pleasant. She was willing to take a deep breath, look at them, and say, "Look, you made a mistake, but we're here, and we are now. And I forgive you, because I know you can get better in the future." And putting all of these cogs and all of these pieces together, seeing how she was formed, seeing her characterization, seeing everything that she has done. And I'm not just talking about the character of Wonder Woman. I'm also talking about the personality of Gal Gadot as just a mother, a person, and a human being. Her interpretation of Wonder Woman and what she brought to the table, because of her motherhood, her sincerity, her charisma, and everything about her, makes her, in my opinion, the most significant and the best superhero we have gotten to date. However, even though I do have my own strong opinions and I did an analysis on the character of Wonder Woman portrayed by Gal Gadot, if we don't have a conversation about it, guys, it's pretty much useless. So I want to know, is Gal Gadot your favorite superhero we have gotten on the big screen so far? And if not, what is your personal favorite superhero? And what did you think of this analysis as a whole? Honestly, whatever may be on your mind and whatever your thoughts are, leave them down below in the comments section so we can get a conversation started. And once again, I just want to give a big thank you to everybody for showing up. And if you're new here, don't be afraid to tap that bell notification and press that subscribe button so you'll know whenever new content and more specifically, new videos and new analysis will be up on the channel. And as always, everybody, if you've enjoyed what you've heard here, feel free to pass along to your friends, to your neighbors, so maybe they can get a little bit of insight and add that insight to some that they already had. Thank you for stopping by, thank you for becoming part of the fray of nerds who love cinema, and of course, you all have a fantastic day.